of the season last year. So, guys, that starts today, right now, with the Astros. Dwayne and BA.
And right there, you see Blake Snell atop the hill in the middle of that infield. My opening day, what an assignment for any pitcher. And Blake Snell coming off that 21-win season, taking the Cy Young Award. And the Rays busy prior in the week leading up to this first game by signing Blake Snell to a hefty multi-year contract.
And how deserving is Blake Snell of taking this assignment a season ago? 31 starts, 21 wins, the ERA of 1.89. That led the American League. The opponent average of 178 led all of Major League Baseball. And like we said in the open, 4+ pitches, fastball, curveball, slider, change. But the willingness again to use him at any time is really what allows Blake Snell to be an elite pitcher.
Let's take a look at this Houston lineup presented by your local Ford dealers. George Springer is going to lead it off, and Jose Altuve will hit second and play second base. Alex Bregman, who has a history of success against Snell, bats third. In front of their newest addition in left field hitting cleanup today is Michael Brantley. Yuli Gurriel is at first. Tyler White, the DH. Robinson Chirinos, who spent a short time with the Rays, was in there to catch, batting seventh. Aledmus Diaz, coming over from Toronto, will hit eighth. Carlos Correa has been bothered by a neck injury, and so he's not in there opening day. Jake Barisnik is in center field. He will bat ninth.
Well, let's take a quick look and set up the Rays defense for you. Brought to you by Golden Diamond Source. And in that outfield left to right, we've got Tommy Pham, Kevin Kiermaier, and Austin Meadows. And across that infield, third to first, Yandy Diaz, Willie Adames, Joey Wendle, and G-Man Choi with Mike Zunino behind the dish.
Well, here we go, folks. 2019 about to begin here at Tropicana Field. And Blake Snell set to deliver the first pitch with George Springer stepping in for Houston. And the first pitch of this season is a strike call to get it underway. Starts him with a fastball in at 96. This went down, 1 ball, 1 strike. Snell, as we mentioned, 21 wins a year ago, beat Houston twice last year, and held them to a 1.26 earned run average. Springer chasing that high fastball, a little late on that one.
Well, and that's the other thing about Blake Snell. Not only we talk about any pitch, any situation, any count, but the fastball, he can drive it downhill with all the leverage he's able to create, but then he'll climb that ladder too, and it's tough to lay off of.
A little tap foul, the breaking ball there. So you got that high fastball, then that breaking ball down.
Already we've seen the sequence by Blake Snell. Fastball, breaking ball, fastball, breaking ball. Speed you up, slow you down. Back and forth you go.
Well, there you go. 96-81, 95-81. And did he go? Oh, he held up on the appeal. And boy, he'd like to take another look at that one.
Yeah, there was some action on that swing right there, or with that bat, I should say, from Springer. Let's take a look. Well, I'll tell you what, strong wrists.
Yep. Like Snell thought he had him right there. Little turn of the neck. And there's a popper on the left side for Adames. And he's got it to start this one.
You know what, Dwayne, and it doesn't seem like much, a soft pop-up to start this ball game, but I love the fact that that fastball by design was up and in. You remember fastball, breaking ball, doubled up on the breaking ball. Everybody knows you're coming back with another fastball, but where Springer wants to get extended, he crowds him and gets the soft pop-up. That's smart pitching.
So now Jose Altuve, who has really been the heart of this Houston lineup for a long time. Strike one, he was not looking for that breaking ball. Altuve with this club back in 2013 when they lost 111 games. So he has seen the transformation. A.J. Hinch with this club winning 101 in 17 and 103 last year. Into center field. Kiermaier right there. 2 up and 2 down.
Obviously a very strong lineup here for the Houston Astros, but we are seeing a pattern emerge already with Blake Snell. The fastball, the breaking ball, using them to complement each other, slowing guys down, then speeding them back up.
Well, here's a test right now.
Yeah.
Alex Bregman, he's 5 of 10 in his career with a home run off Blake Snell, coming off a 31 home run season a year ago. First pitch, that fastball on the outside corner. It's popped up. Foul ball back toward the screen. Zunino's going to run out of room. 0-2. Bregman just signing a big contract for Houston. He hits the ball hard and makes contact frequently. Snell ahead, 2 strikes. And that's fouled right back out of play. Kevin Cash taking this club through last year, winning 90 games. When the season began last year, no one thought they had a shot at coming anywhere near 90 wins. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A lot of personnel changes during the season. And Kevin Cash directing this club to a 90-72 finish.
And remember, that comes off of a 4-13 start. So they continued to improve as the season wore on.
And a reach shot, cut and a miss. So Bregman out on strikes. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Blake Snell. Rays are coming in to hit.
If sweat is your body's natural way of cooling itself down, then condensation is a beer's natural way of saying, drink me. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
Liberty Mutual, customized car insurance so you only pay for what you need. How much money can Liberty Mutual save you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2,807, $72,808.
Yep, everything hurts.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
At some point in their life, 52% of all men will experience erectile dysfunction. But most of them never get treated. Now there's Roman, the digital health clinic for men. With Roman, you can get genuine medication prescribed by a U.S. licensed physician, all from the comfort of your home. If medication is right for you, Roman delivers it with free 2-day shipping and in discreet packaging. Get started with a free online visit today at GetRoman.com/MLB.
You may have heard that Allstate has new low auto rates. But isn't it time to see for yourself? Click or call for a quote today. Drivers who switched and saved averaged $718. Saving is easy when you're in good hands.
We go to the bottom of the first inning. Rays coming in to hit. We'll take a look at the lineup presented by your local Ford dealers. Austin Meadows going to lead it off. He'll be followed by Tommy Pham and then Ji-Man Choi, Brandon Lau, Yandy Diaz, and Joey Wendle down the middle in front of Willie Adames. Then Kevin Kiermaier and Mike Zunino, the Rays catcher, hits ninth.
Well, Justin Verlander, no stranger to this start. His 11th opening day start, and you see the numbers from 2018. ERA of 2.52, 290 strikeouts.
And here's Meadows. Takes a fastball too low. Austin Meadows had a good spring. Last year, those numbers with the Pirates and the Rays. It's fouled right back, 1-1. Spent a lot of time at Durham after that deal was made. And the Rays saw him later. Down and in. It's 2-1.
Now, the one thing that stands out with Austin Meadows, how loose he looks at the plate, loose with his hands. He's got a smooth, pure left-handed stroke.
Lifts it into left center field. Bradley will go back to the track, to the wall. That baby is gone! Home run for Meadows to open the season. Well, if you believe in omens, there is one. A 1-2 pitch out the opposite way, and the Rays are up 1-0. So Meadows gives the Rays the lead. Here's Tommy Pham. Fastball upstairs. First time Meadows has ever done that. His first career leadoff home run. Pham lifts it foul. That's going to be out of play.
Well, you could say that the butterflies for Austin Meadows are gone. There he comes. I'll tell you, what a way to start for the Rays offensively. And look at that extension on that ball on the outside corner. And then how about the carry the other way? Deep out into left center field and into the seats.
Pham lifts it toward left center. That ball's going to drop for a base hit. A big hop in front of Brantley. And Tommy Pham, who since coming to the Rays does nothing but find a way to get on base. 33 games in which he has reached base. How's that?
Well, you know, he comes over in that trade last season. He hit .343 for the Rays. On-base percentage a lot higher than that. And, you know, the consecutive on-base streak finished the season strong, picking up right where he left off. A mistake by Verlander, and he cashes in for another hit.
G-Man Choi. Cut and a miss.
Change up. That'll be something to look for today to see if Verlander starts to mix that pitch in a little bit more than he has in the past.
And that's something that he has not gone to a lot in the past.
No,
so he's looking for something else here through the first couple of hitters.
That's a quick adjustment made. You're right, because he leads with the fastball, then goes to the breaking ball. When you get the sense that maybe these Rays hitters a little amped up, excited, you already given up a home run off of a fastball.
Yeah, and how about that? It speaks to his greatness, really, because that's a pitch he threw very little of a year ago. This one down and in, and now they're going to get Pham hung up. Now to second. Tommy's in a rundown. Uriel puts the tag on him. Well, just a split second of indecision cost him.
Yep, and he just got caught out in no man's land. I'll tell you what, you got to give credit too to Robinson Chirinos for not getting rid of this ball too quickly. He fires that ball to second there. Tommy Pham's going to be able to double back to first, but he held on to it long enough to allow his infielders to get set, and then they're able to run him down.
Yeah, that's a big play for the Houston club by Chirinos, who, by the way, is not known for his defense behind the plate. He's got a little pop in his bat. They've spent a lot of time with him this spring working on his throwing and his defensive side. Joy takes a pitch down. The breakout. Look at that changeup number from a year ago.
1.5%.
Ground ball to first. Ariel makes that play unassisted.
You know what's interesting, Dwayne? I heard an interview with Jeffrey Lunau, who is the general manager, obviously, of the Houston Astros, talking about Justin Verlander and his spring training, and he was saying that they wanted him to get up to 10% in spring training, not necessarily during the season, but during the course of spring training, sprinkle that pitch in just a little bit more, and if that becomes a weapon for him, boy, that's going to make that fastball a whole lot better.
Brandon Lau. The Rays out in front on Austin Meadows' leadoff home run. Second time in franchise history on opening day that we've seen a leadoff home run. You have to go back to 2000 when Gerald Williams on the road in Minnesota opened with a leadoff home run. Austin Meadows has done that here this afternoon.
Can you imagine what he's feeling right now? First opening day as a member of the Rays. You're going to hit leadoff against Justin Verlander, and you go Oppo. What a start.
Here's the thing about Meadows. He had 5 home runs to cut the miss in the big leagues with the Pirates last year and 1 with the Rays. He had 12 others in the minor leagues, so he's got a little pop. And here's some of that pop. It has given the Rays a 1-0 lead at the end of 1.
You may have heard that Allstate has new low auto rates. But isn't it time to see for yourself? Click or call for a quote today. Drivers who switched and saved averaged $718. Saving is easy when you're in good hands.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there just when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs.
Right now, get $750 customer cash on a new 2021 Camry, CHR, RAV4, Venza, or Highlander. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
With the Bank of America Customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
Austin Meadows home run in the Rays half of the first, a leadoff blast, giving the Rays a 1-0 lead. On to the second we go. Blake Snell a 1-2-3 first, so he faces Michael Brantley coming over from Cleveland. Boy, this guy is an excellent hitter. Pitch is in there, a strike. And with Carlos Correa out of the lineup, they've changed the lineup a little bit. and Brantley's gone into the 4th spot.
And the only trouble that Michael Brantley has had is staying healthy, because when he's healthy, one of the best hitters, that up the middle, through the middle type approach, very balanced at the plate.
Up that time, fastball.
There's Carlos Correa.
Tweaked his neck last Friday and had some treatment, but well enough to play today. Brantley out on strikes. Second strikeout for Blake Snell. Let's take a pitch. Look at this.
Kind of got an awkward swing, too, out of Michael Brantley. A late decision on when he finally was able to recognize curveball, and just everything out of sync. And I'll tell you, Blake Snell continues to work that fastball, breaking ball combo. And you've got to love so far his fastball command.
The first pitch fastball, 96, a little bit away. And that's the one thing, if you had to zero in, I mean, how can you be critical? He won 21 games. It was a Cy Young Award winner. But that first pitch strike with the fastball was not nearly where he wanted it last year.
No, and when you look at the first 4 hitters of this ball game, 4 out of 4 in first pitch strikes. But the fastball command, I want the fastball away, it's away. I want it in, it's in. He's getting it to good spots. I want it down in the zone, it's right there. Above, he's been able to hit all the quadrants.
Now a strike.
And that's it when you say unpredictable. 2-0, changeup. Everybody in the world is going to be looking fastball right there from Blake Snell, a 2-0 change.
Well, that's one of the things that you've always been amazed by him. Even when he first came up and had a lot of difficulty commanding fastball first pitch, his secondary pitches, he seemed to command better than the fastball. So he's very, very
balanced.
Yes. And not afraid at all to go with that breaking ball, even when he's behind in the count.
And that's what sets him apart. That really, you cannot hammer that point home enough, because they call it a hitter's count for a reason, because it's a fastball count most of the time for most pitchers. Blake Snell does not live by that. You've got a 1-run lead early in a game, and he's still not afraid to throw a 2-0 changeup. Sends a message to that entire bench.
It's a liner into left. Pham's going to have to play it on a hop. Gurriel is aboard. Gurriel, he hits wherever he is. He stepped into Houston, has swung a good bat. He had a good spring, hit over 370 in the spring. First time up, has a base hit. And Tyler White now, the designated hitter. He came on late last year with his production and has settled in as the DH. Ball too high. You can see Blake get under that fastball a little bit there.
First pitch out of the stretch. Yeah, everything has been out of the windup. Been a while since he's worked out of the stretch with any pitches that had something on it, so you expect him to make the quick adjustment right here.
Uh, 2-0. Gurriel at first. We mentioned at the outset these two great pitchers matching up, Snell and Verlander. That's in there. Well, again, behind in the count. Here comes a curveball. 2-1.
Like I said, don't think that every hitter in that dugout for the Astros notices that, and so you can't go up there and sit on any one pitch. You've got to react to Blake Snell, and if you do that, advantage Blake.
Runner, a big jump, and the pitch is foul back. Gurriel breaking on that pitch.
Thank goodness that ball was fouled off because he had second base stolen easily. Got a great jump, and then he picked a slower breaking ball to run on. That would have been in a tough area for Zunino to come up throwing.
If you give Zunino a shot, he'll adversely affect the opposition's running game.
Tremendous defender.
Now, an even count at 2-2. And a swing and a foul tip strikeout. Fastball against Tyler White.
Well, he got back into the count with the 2-0 breaking ball. Follows it up with another breaking ball, and then 96 right down the middle. I mean, there was nothing surprising about that other than the fact that White, look how late he was. Again, that's that speed him up, slow him down. Couple of breaking balls, and then here comes the heater, and it's by him.
Hitter is Robinson Chirinos, the veteran catcher. Upstairs, fastball too high. Chirinos with Texas last year. The Rangers hit 18 home runs and a .222 average. He's 34 years old. Runner goes. The pitch is a ball thrown down. They are going to get it out at second base. Wendle took the throw. Gurriel caught stealing. And A.J. Hinch has that right hand up, standing on the top step of the dugout. And go ahead, he says. So with Hinch's permission, we'll go to break after we watch the play at second base. Though an inning and a half. Rays 1 and Houston nothing.
This Friday, the Reds take on the Brewers at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Watch it for free on the MLB YouTube channel from your favorite devices. Catch the Reds at the Brewers live for free on youtube.com/MLB.
You may have heard that Allstate has new low auto rates. But isn't it time to see for yourself? Click or call for a quote today. Drivers who switched and saved average $718. Saving is easy when you're in good hands.
Introducing the new City Custom Cash Card, a different kind of card that rewards Rashida where her spending is trending. Just ask overly confident DIY Rashida.
Wait, is this the right wall?
Or last-minute gift shopping, Rashida?
I'm putting a bow on it.
Even sneaking away for a vacay, Rashida?
I've earned this, okay?
From home improvement, drugstores, select travel, and more. Earn 5% cash back that automatically adjusts to your top eligible spend category, up to $500 spent each billing cycle.
A couple big things I wish more men understood about ED. The first is how common it is. It happens to the majority of men at some point in time in their life. And that it's something that they shouldn't feel shame or embarrassment about it for a single second. Roman, let's take care of it.
Not everybody wants the same thing. That's why I go with Liberty Mutual. They customize my car insurance, so I only pay for what I need. Because I do things a little differently.
Hey, I'll take one, please. Wait, this isn't a hot dog stand?
No. Can't you see the sign? Wet teddy bears. Get your wet teddy bears 100% wet, guaranteed, or the next one's on me.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty.
Rays lead 1-0. Yandy Diaz to lead off the bottom of the second. Swings through a fastball, strike one. Diaz, then Wendle and Adames. Diaz a couple of home runs in the spring, one in 39 games last year with Cleveland. Curveball goes upstairs. 1-1. Well, we mentioned the matchup between the Cy Young Award winner and the runner-up in the American League, National League. had a similar situation. 2-1. Jacob deGrom and Max Scherzer. Scherzer, by the way, struck out 12 today, and deGrom struck out 10. First time since 1970 that opposing opening day starters had struck out 10 plus. Dave McNally and Sam McDowell did that. So it's the second time since 1920. And you see the matchups there. Scherzer and deGrom and Verlander and Snell. deGrom coming off the National League Cy Young Award. And of course Blake Snell winning it in the American League. Had a similar situation in 1979. Diaz with a full count. In 79, Ron Guidry faced Mike Caldwell after Guidry had won it. And on that same day in the National League, Gaylord Perry faced Bert Hooton, the Padres and the Dodgers. Diaz draws a walk.
Well, Dwayne, asking you shall receive. The Jacob deGrom, Max Scherzer matchup is our big story. There's one of the 10 strikeouts by Jake deGrom. And how about this, Robinson Cano, Seattle to the Mets, getting it started here off Scherzer, straight away center field. Still has some juice left in that bat.
Yeah, he didn't waste any time. No. First inning, bang. This one hits Wendle. The breaking ball, and the Rays will put the first 2 men aboard. On the walk to Diaz, and Wendle being hit by a pitch. And there we see the Mets winning 2-0 in the lines. DeGrom 6 innings, shutout baseball.
That's something that you don't see very often, especially coming out opening day, first start of the season. And Max Scherzer going up to 109 pitches in his 7 2/3.
Well, an opportunity for the Rays, 2 on, nobody out for Willy Adames. Shortens and takes the fastball out of the zone. 1-0. Well, Adames surfaced last year in the big leagues for the Rays and put together some very good numbers in the 85 games, 10 home runs. He had 278. Did he go? Yes, he did. 1-1.
This is where you'd like to see the Rays be able to capitalize offensively. A couple of uncharacteristic, unforced errors by Justin Verlander. He was second best in the American League a season ago in walks per 9. He walks the leadoff guy. He hits Joey Wendle with the breaking ball. So you've got 2 free base runners here, nobody out.
Yeah, that tells you you'd better take advantage of this opportunity because it does not present itself often. Meadows gave the Rays the lead with the first inning home run. There's a strike percentage last year, and again Adames tried to check, and so he's down in the count 1-2. Just could not stop trying to get a read on the slider.
A little bit too antsy. You got those base runners aboard, nobody, and you're right, you get it started, and so difficult to be able to stop that swing in time.
Tap. And so Verlander right back with the slider.
This is where it becomes decision time for Justin Verlander because he got the 2 awkward swings where he couldn't hold up. You get the foul tip. This is there's that strike percentage you're talking about, Dwayne. 69%. He fills that zone up.
He does indeed.
Yeah, better be ready to turn it loose.
He stayed with that slider and got him to chase. Well, you know, a hitter comes to the plate. He knows that Verlander throws a lot of strikes. And so the hitter's up there with that in mind, and he just used that bit of knowledge and the slider against Adames.
And compound that with having to protect the 2 strikes.
Yep.
So you had that tendency to expand your zone maybe even a little bit more. And it gives Justin Verlander more room to work.
Kevin Kiermaier. Kevin had a good spring, hit over 290. Looking to give the Rays a full season of his play in center field. Down and around the foot there. Kiermaier shakes his head. The dugout's going, hey, I think it hit you. He's, oh, no, well, wait a minute. Say that it did.
They may have been yelling at him, let it hit you, because Dwayne literally, I think that curveball wrapped around his foot. Or around the front foot, bounced right in between them. Yeah, and he did not sell it at all, right? No acting ability there on Kiermaier's part.
Yeah, we need a thespian coach. This pitch drops over for a strike, breaking ball. 1-1.
You know, for all the photo and video shoots that these players go through, that may be next on the list, Wayne. There's a coach for everything else.
Why not? You got to believe it, sell it. It's a little one-hopper to second. They'll get the force. Over to third goes Diaz. It's a fielder's choice. Altuve to Diaz. 2 gone. Maybe one of the first to experience the brand new left field ledge. New seating area includes complimentary snacks and drinks available through season tickets and groups. So visit RaysBaseball.com/left field edge for more about this brand new seating section. Mike Zunino with his first at bat in a Rays uniform. And that's a strike call, and Zunino will do some politicking with the plate umpire on getting that call for his pitcher. He widened a little bit. Over to first, back in is Kiermaier. Home runs last year. Fastball, that makes it 0-2. So Zunino down in the count, trying to stay alive now. Leadoff walk, then a hit batter. Men on the corners now, first and third. Meadows would be next. Stairs. Zunino certainly due against Verlander. Runner takes off and the pitch is fouled back. Kiermaier on the move. Zunino, nothing of 11 against Verlander. Trying to break that, and Kiermaier trying to force the issue a little bit. Zunino out on strikes. So the Rays threaten. They leave 2 at the end of 2. 1-0 Tampa Bay.
Listen, we know we'll have enough retirement money to survive.
But we want to thrive.
Yeah, maybe we won't always want the early bird special.
Who eats dinner at 4:30 in the afternoon?
So we got a plan. A retirement plan just for us.
And we can track it all on our phones.
On our laptops. We're ready to retire.
Almost.
Get your free retirement planner or talk to an advisor. Personal Capital. Start today at personalcapital.com.
If sweat is your body's natural way of cooling itself down, then condensation is a beer's natural way of saying, drink me. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
Every baseball game begins long before the first pitch is thrown. As the official freight carrier of Major League Baseball, Old Dominion is proud to play our role in supporting the game we all love. Our customers know the people of Old Dominion see every shipment as a promise. Whether it's a giveaway for the big game or youth baseball equipment that needs to be shipped across the country. No one helps keep those promises like the Old Dominion team.
You may have heard that Allstate has new low auto rates. But isn't it time to see for yourself? Click or call for a quote today. Drivers who switched and saved averaged $718. Saving is easy when you're in good hands.
1-0 Rays lead on to the third inning. A lot of action off the field with the opening day upon us. Leading up to opening day, how about this? The TD Ameritrade right call. Blake Snell got into the act with a 5-year, $50 million deal. Brandon Lau, 6 years and 24. And then the Astros with Justin Verlander and Alex Bregman. A couple of years added to the veteran right-hander's contract worth $66. And Bregman 6 years at $100 million.
That's a lot of money on that page.
Oh, man.
A lot of money on that page.
You used to be able to buy both leagues entirely for that, the American and the National League. You could just buy a team, buy a lot of teams for that. Robinson Chirinos leads off. He was at the plate when Gurriel was caught trying to move into second.
I'll tell you what, extensions like that have become in vogue around the league. You know, after Machado and Bryce Harper signed, it just kind of opened the floodgates. Everybody locking up their young talent. In Justin Verlander's case, adding a few more years on a guy who's showed no signs of aging. I love what the Rays did. Brandon Lau, you get your 6 years, you get your big bucks, you go right into the cleanup spot.
It's a strike, and it's 1-1. I remember when the Astros around 1980 sold for $12 million the whole franchise. And how about the deal that Trout got?
All right. I forgot about that extension.
Yeah, that deal for what, $340 million. And when Artie Moreno bought the Angels, I think he paid $150 million for the entire franchise, and now he's paying Trout $340. I never was very good at math, and I'm even more confused now. There's a shot deep down the line, and that is a foul ball. Chirinos jumped on it, pulled it foul. Well, that's one of the things Houston likes about Chirinos, his ability to hit the ball a long way and pull it. Look at this, just foul. And when you transpose that into Houston's park with that cozy left field there, I mean, he'll hit fly balls into the seats.
That's gone in Houston.
Yep.
That's going to wrap around the pole in Houston. Get out of there before it's able to hook. Or close. It is cozy here too, right down the line, but that's about it. But yeah, Robinson Chirinos, 18 home runs a season ago.
Now he came from a pretty good park too in Texas. The ball gets out of there. Oh, close there. Oh my.
That's it. You couldn't have placed it any better. That's right at the bottom of the zone, in the zone.
Yeah, that's a couple pitches that Snell would like to have here that he hasn't gotten in the early part of this game. And now a check and a ball for Chirinos. Boy, you hate to see strike three missed. And then the walk follows. And Zunino might be having a little conversation with Holbrook, because that first pitch on Zunino was high out of the zone, called a strike. So in a friendly way, you got to be careful. You're opening day. Everybody's still friends. Diaz lifting one into right field. Meadows coming on, still on the move. He got it. That's a fair ball when he made the catch. It took Meadows a little bit to circle in on that ball, to draw a bead on it, but he got there and made the sliding catch.
That turns out to be a huge play. If this ball gets down, you're looking at second and third at minimum with nobody out. But here he finally gets there, tracks it. Eyes stay behind the glove as he starts to slide and makes a nice play.
You know, I think the more he plays here, he's going to make that play and not have to slide.
Yeah, it was not as crisp as it will be as the season goes on. Yeah. You know, these players still getting used to this lighting. Mm-hmm. All new lighting here at Tropicana Field, the LED lights. Yep. Obviously, a lot has been made of the blue background. Is it ever going to go that way? It may.
Yeah, they're talking about it.
Yep.
It looks really cool.
It does look.
As an effect, it's really cool. Marishnik up. One strike to count to him, way up with the fastball now. 1-1. I'll tell you what's really cool with the new lights is the anthem.
Yes.
We saw that in the exhibition game, and then today. That is really cool. Down there, 2-1. And the foul ball off the fastball. That fastball boring in. 2-2.
For the most part, early here, first time through the lineup, Blake Snell has been almost exclusively fastball curveball. Have not really seen the slider. We saw the one changeup in a 2-0 count. But it's been almost the fastball and then the hook.
Breaking ball is down. Count is full. George Springer on deck. That's some power to have in the leadoff spot.
Boy, leadoff home run the last two seasons, 2017 and 2018.
Yep. And ball 4, and there was a slider.
Yeah, the first one I think that we've seen. And he tried to sneak that in there, but out of the hand. That ball's boring down and in, and Marishnik able to take it.
So 2 walks in the inning, and now the Astros have a 1-out threat for the top of the order. George Springer. Springer, that popper to the shortstop his first time. It's a high fly ball into center field. Kiermaier will go to the wall, and it is gone. Springer jumps on the first pitch and belts a 3-run home run. And Houston takes a 3-1 lead. Well, he didn't hit it to lead off the season. But the second time up, he connects. And that ball had plenty behind it.
He got a rolling curveball, Dwayne. A rolling curveball to the middle of the plate. This Astro lineup has seen an awful lot of those here early in the game and did not miss it.
So 2 walks and the home run. Now it's Altuve. And that's a ball. Breaking ball bounding away. Springer had 22 home runs last year. And we saw some of that tremendous power. That was high off the batter's eye. Over the wall. Short stop. Thomas makes the throw to first. Altuve's the second out.
Like to see more of what we just saw right there. That's Blake Snell with the fastball. You know, just because a lineup may be a good fastball hitting lineup doesn't mean you can't use it. And what did we talk about early on with Blake? The fastball command was there. He wanted it away, it was away. He wanted it in, it was in. So if you can command the fastball, doesn't mean you can't throw it. And guess what? It makes those secondary pitches a whole lot better. So
Bregman.
Yes.
That's a strike. 96.
Like to see him get back to be a little bit more aggressive with that fastball to both sides of the plate. And then here we go. Here comes the curveball and the off speed once again.
And it's popped up. Shallow right, off speed. And Meadows handles that. 3-run score on the home run. 3-1 Houston.
I was super nervous to have this conversation about experiencing erectile dysfunction. I didn't want her to think for a single second that it had anything to do with how much I loved her, how beautiful I think she is, because it couldn't have been further from the truth. And what started as a conversation that I was super nervous to have ended up being one that I couldn't be more grateful that we did. It just unlocked a whole new level of trust and intimacy. Just be super open, super honest, and it's gonna be an amazing conversation.
You may have heard that Allstate has new low auto rates. But isn't it time to see for yourself? Click or call for a quote today. Drivers who switched and saved averaged $718. Saving is easy when you're in good hands.
Rays baseball on Fox Sports Sun, brought to you by WB Mason. Who but WB Mason, the official office supply company of the Tampa Bay Rays. And by your local Toyota dealers. Let's go places. And by TD Ameritrade. Rays have the top of the order. Austin Meadows taking the first pitch for a ball. Tommy Pham next, and then G-Man Choi. Rays trail by 2. Lifted into center. Marisnik very good out there and makes the catch. A routine play this time. One away. So Tommy Pham up here. Is a strike on the outside corner. Pham extended that on-base streak with the base hit his first time up. Getting back into last year. Hot shot caught by the shortstop. So Diaz makes the catch. 2 gone. We'll be talking with Kevin Cash at the end of 3 innings from the Rays dugout.
Was this our idea or his? I mean, I know that he spent a good part of the ball game, or at least a little part of the ball game, every spring training.
Yeah, I was going to say he's been an unofficial member of our crew, but that, you know, he might be an official member now. This is the regular season, by the way.
3-man booth.
Yeah. Choi taking a strike. Grounded out to Gurriel at first, unassisted. Houston with the shift deployed. It's 1-1.
I'll tell you what, the Astros and the Rays, when you look at the last couple of seasons and look at shifts and defensive alignments, lead the league.
Yeah, the two shiftiest teams in baseball. 2-1. Justin Verlander, Rays got him for a run in the first on the Meadows home run. A.J. Hinch, the Astros manager, and Kevin Cash, the Rays manager. Off speed, swing out in front. It's 2-2.
That's another changeup. Justin Verlander, for not using that pitch very often, has shown tremendous arm speed on it, has kept it down in the zone.
Well, you can see the wisdom in that. I mean, number one, he's the kind of pitcher who can throw it and sell it. So why not? And he comes right back and strikes out Choi. So he's using that pitch. And the Rays are up and down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the third. Another strikeout in that inning on the strikeout of Choi. So Verlander has 4 in the game, and the Astros now have this 3-1 lead at the end of the first 3 innings. We will head on to the 4th inning, where Blake Snell will go out and face the middle part of the inning, or middle part of the lineup here. Brantley, Gurriel, and White. Well, I'm not sure. Kevin's kind of relaxed in the dugout right now. He's leaning over the top rail. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so Kevin is with us right now. Kevin, appreciate you spending this short time with us. Give us your read, Kevin, if you would, on Blake Snell so far.
I think he's throwing the ball well. I'm so locked in on our on-field entertainment right now, though. It's tough to get away. You know what? He gave up a homer to a really good hitter. But obviously both pitchers are pretty locked in. Blake's still finding the command a little bit with some of the off-speed pitches, but the ball's coming out really good. Great atmosphere, electric. We just got to find our way to combat that 3-run homer, and maybe get 2 or 3 back of our own.
Hey, Kevin, talk a little bit about the start here for Austin Meadows. That first opening day as a member of the Ray, leadoff home run, nice play out in right field.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. The leadoff home run, obviously, but you know, Austin, give him a lot of credit for working so hard this spring on his defense. And I don't know if he makes that play last year at this time. So really encouraged by the work that him and Ozzie Timmons and Q have put in the outfield.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Kevin.
Hey,
and sorry that we missed the. I can't believe ground crew can make those kind of moves between innings as we saw those guys.
He left his position.
Yeah, we were kind of mesmerized by it too.
It's amazing. All right, guys.
See you later. Well, on to the 4th we go, and Blake Snell back out here with Michael Brantley stepping in to lead it off. And he shoots one deep into right. That ball down the line, and that's going to go. On the first pitch of the 4th inning, Michael Brantley has unloaded one. So it's a 3-run deficit now, 4-1.
Tried to come with the fastball in right away, and Michael Brantley, we talked about how balanced he is at the plate. No unnecessary movement, just fire the hands, and that's what allowed him to get to that fastball.
The pitch to Gurriel is the ball. You know, Brantley's now 3 of 5 in his career against Snell.
And I would love to see all of those at-bats and what pitches he was having success off of.
Tommy Pham trying to diving attempt. Can't get there. Nice backup by Kiermaier, but into second goes Gurriel. Well, that was a great attempt by Pham and a great backup on the backhand stop by Kiermaier to limit the damage.
Now that's something that you have to have out in the outfield is communication and also at the same time hustle and backing guys up. You see Kiermaier already shading over into right center field. Tommy Pham makes a play for it, not able to get there, but Kevin is. And I'll tell you, if he isn't hustling over there, this is more than likely, at minimum, a triple.
Yep. So Gurriel is 2 for 2.
You know, going back, Dwayne, when you're talking about the success that Brantley has had off of Blake Snell, if you'll remember the first at-bat, Brantley comes up and Mike Zunino calls fastball in. First pitch fastball in the guy's first at-bat. Blake shook. He shook to a first pitch curveball, and that at-bat ended up working out well for him as he got him to strike out on a curveball. Second at-bat, he says yes to that first pitch fastball in. Looked like the instincts the first at-bat were right on.
So now a man in scoring position for Tyler White. A little tapper left side. Altuve and a scoop at first. Nice job by Choi. First pitch here to White, grounded to short, and a nice job. You know, Choi this spring was impressive around the bag at first, and he helped Adames right there.
And that was one of the questions coming in. Defense at first base for the Rays, and G-Man Choi comes up big right here. Picks up his shortstop, picks up the Rays' first out.
Now Robinson Chirinos. Chirinos drew the walk in the third inning that eventually led to a 3-run frame. Strike on the edge. One. Tries pitch the fastball. Missed. Brantley's homered. Gurriel, it's doubled. 1 out. Chirinos on the ground to third, back of the bag. Diaz will bounce it in, and Choi came up with it. Choi had it pop away and grabbed it just in the nick of time.
Oh, Yandy Diaz gets to that ball up the line and then just gets it started. That ball was bounced on purpose. I mean, he was trying to just get it on the turf and get it over to Chirinos as quickly as he could. And then ended up bouncing one extra time, or at least got close enough, but Choi, nice recovery. That's the right call.
Couple of ground ball outs here after the double. Aledmys Diaz in the plate, or at the plate, in the batter's box, and the pitch is a strike. Diaz hit 18 home runs last year. Well, that was with the Toronto Blue Jays. He has some insurance for the Astros in regard to that shortstop spot. Trying to keep Correa healthy here the last year plus. Thought they had him healthy this year, and he came up with that neck issue that has kept him out of the lineup today. It's 2-1. Correa had a back issue, and you know it was enough. You get into that, you know, you never quite know. So Diaz is a guy they have who can play shortstop, play other positions as well, and has a little pop in his bat.
You're a frontline team with high expectations. You need depth.
Cut the miss. Up front, 2-2.
And you're right. Anytime you start talking about back, especially with a young player, I mean, even an older player, the amount of torque that these players put on their body, whether it's in the field or at the plate swinging a bat.
Yeah, guys are swinging harder now than ever before. I mean, people always swung the bats hard, but I mean, that's emphasized as much as it's ever been in the game now. Choi and Wendle, it's a fair ball, and Choi makes the catch. Okay. All's well that ends well. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 4-1 Houston.
Geico's 85 years isn't just about time, you know. It means experience. If I told you I'd been jarring raspberry preserves for 85 years, you'd be like, that has got to be some scrumptious jam.
Geico. That beach is just too hot. I mean, God, look at it. It's making the sand burn, the mouth dry, the skin cry. I mean, everything's just... Oh, there's Coors Light. Well, mouth desert, meet ice cold beer. Mountain cold refreshment. Let's chill.
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
Good health starts with good sleep and a ring. Aura is the most accurate and personalized health technology wrapped around your finger. With advanced sensor technology, Aura interprets your body's signals like heart rate, body temperature, and the quality of your sleep, delivered through 3 simple scores specific to you: readiness, sleep, and activity. The better you sleep, the better you. Get your Aura ring today.
Singing or speaking.
Reason or fun. Daring or thoughtful. Sensitive or strong.
Welcome back to Tropicana Field, where the Astros lead the Rays 4-1 in the bottom of the fourth. Dwayne and Brian, you alluded to it earlier, but during the offseason, the Rays signed Brandon Lowe to a 6-year, $24 million contract extension. And I spoke with him directly after signing that contract during spring training, and he said, I just really can't even put into words how this feels. It's an incredible moment to have your lifelong dream come true. He said it really ups the ante. It gives you another thing to outwork and to beat, because you see the contract right in front of you and you say, well, let's try to earn that next contract. So that starts for him today as he tries to help the Rays get some offense going in the midst of this 3-run deficit. Dwayne and B.A., let's send it back to you.
Thank you, Tricia. They have their work cut out for them with Verlander, who in the first couple of innings showed some signs of not being exactly on his game. But he's, as we know, the kind of guy in his career makes a point of that. You give him some runs and you let him off the hook once or twice. You do that at your own peril. And so the Rays are going to have to really work against Verlander here. 1-1 the count on Lau. Ball, 2 strikes on the fastball.
You know, the other thing that we've seen him do is make that quick adjustment with the changeup. You know, heavy with the fastball, breaking ball early, and then all of a sudden here comes the back-to-back changeups to Choi, the leadoff changeup here to Lau.
Now the 2-2. Foul back.
There's not much that Justin Verlander has not seen, and that understanding that I can have a game plan going into a game, but I understand that I may have to make a quick adjustment, maybe earlier than I'd like.
It's one down the line, but it's pulled foul. So out of play. A souvenir deposited there.
Here, I thought that was a chest protector. I think that's like a GoPro.
Popped up again, foul. Gurriel, now the catcher, Chirinos, and neither one will make the catch. Gurriel following that ball And came up a little short in front of the Rays dugout along the railing.
Yeah, the communication was not very good, and both of these guys end up getting tentative the closer they get to the dugout, and you see the little reach there late.
Well, you sense each other, and if somebody doesn't take charge, this happens.
Well, listen, it's life for Lau.
On the ground to first, and a big hop. Verlander takes care of that. Now visit a local participating 7-Eleven store. Pick up a Rays discount coupon for $7.11 tickets to the game Friday against the Astros. That would be tomorrow. Keep saving with $5 Budweisers exclusively on the Budweiser porch. Ages 21 and over, please drink responsibly. Curveball in for strike one to Yandy Diaz. Diaz walked his first time. One. Well, Verlander lifetime is 8-4 against the Rays. He was 0-1 last year in 2 starts, with an earned run average over 460 against the Rays. The pitch count on him right now, that 3rd inning, after he was given the lead, he made quick work of the Rays, a 9-pitch inning. And now 1 out in the 4th, and he's ahead of Diaz, a ball and 2 strikes. Wendle on deck right there. And down to short. Right to Aledmus Diaz.
And how about this, Dwayne? Justin Verlander, probably for maybe the first time in his career, he has retired the last 3 hitters on changeups. Back-to-back changeups, strikeout Choi. He got Brandon Lau on a chopper to first base on a changeup, and then a 1-2 changeup right there to Diaz, and the ground ball to short. So he is making use of that pitch here this afternoon. That's not something that any lineup is really used to seeing from Verlander.
Well, we saw the numbers on him from a year ago when he hardly used it at all.
1.5%. So think about it. You know, 2 starts of 100 pitches, he's going to throw 3 of them.
Fly ball lifted off the bat of Wendle into right, and Springer makes the catch. 1-2-3 go the Rays. On to the 5th, 4-1 Houston.
If sweat is your body's natural way of cooling itself down, then condensation is a beer's natural way of saying, drink me. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
Welcome to the show, where everyone and everything is connected. Those obsessed with the game can take the complex and make it simple. That's why Major League Baseball chose Extreme Networks to advance their game.
Cause you woke up in the morning with initiative to move, so I make it harder. Push them buttons. If you think about it, so many people do be cool.
Michelin pioneered in Formula E to enhance the thrill of driving electric cars. Michelin, motion for life.
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
Get bored. The octopus is one of the most fascinating creatures in the ocean.
All right, check this out.
Wow! Look at it floating.
Octopus! Wow. Dad, that's an octopus cyanea.
You're right, it is.
4-1, Houston leading this game as we go to the 5th. Join T-Mobile and score free MLB.tv. Sign up now at T-Mobile.com/MLB. Number 9 hitter Jake Marishnik, center fielder, leads it off for Houston as we begin the 5th inning. Blake Snell has been touched for 4 runs, 4 hits, a couple of home runs. The pitch is a strike. First pitch fastball taken. Springer next, top of the order, and then Altuve. Marishnik out in front chasing the change. Well, it's been a big pitch for Verlander today.
And Blake's saying, I got a pretty good one too.
All 2 strikes. It back towards center. Kiermaier puts it away, and that's the first out. Leadoff man retired. First time that's happened in the last couple of innings, so a good start to the 5th.
That's where that changeup helps out the fastball. You know, that you get that guy out in front of a changeup, and then all of a sudden a 94-mile-an-hour fastball that's not exactly in the best spot, and it beats him. It gets in on him enough because you've been able to slow him down, and that's how you work those pitches back to back.
Now George Springer. Did he go? No. The appeal down to first. As hard as Springer swings, his strength is reflected in his ability to check his swing, as he did on that first pitch.
We saw that earlier in the game too. You know, strong forearms, strong wrists. That's the thing. You fire your hands as a hitter. You recognize the pitch, determine you're going to swing. The hands fire, and I'll tell you, it's the finish. It's the finish as you throw a baseball, and a finish as you come through the zone with your bat.
Swinging 3-0 and pops it up on the fastball. And there's Choi, just about found himself a little too close to the dugout, but stopped in time and makes the catch. That's a big out to get Springer down 3-0.
Very big out. And how about G-Man Choi, the last couple of outs, the last 4 outs here, the scoop by Adames, the play with Diaz, the pop-up to end the last half inning, and then that pop-up there. I mean, he's getting a cardio workout. That heart rate's got to be going.
Well, he's showing us the whatever it takes approach to defense.
It's a bottom line game.
That's it. Now Altuve. Jose Altuve. 1 ball, no strikes. High shot deep into left. Pham will go to the wall, look up, and that one is out of here. Altuve goes deep, 3rd home run of the day for Houston. That was a towering blast. And Houston has a 4-run lead.
You know, Dwayne, he gets a fastball. You can see 4-seam fastball, too much plate. And Altuve just too good of a hitter to not hit that ball hard.
Bregman, which is down. A ball, no strikes. 2-0. Houston with 3 runs in the 3rd inning on a home run by Springer. They got the leadoff 4th inning home run from Brantley and a 2-out solo home run in the 5th by Altuve. 2-1. Dirt. 3 balls and a strike. Jay Hinch's team had over 200 home runs last year, and that's been the weapon for them today. Fly ball short right. Meadows is there. A run on the home run by Altuve. We're through 4.5. 5-1 Houston.
At some point in their life, 52% of all men will experience erectile dysfunction. But most of them never get treated. Now there's Roman, the digital health clinic for men. With Roman, you can get genuine medication prescribed by a U.S. licensed physician, all from the comfort of your home. If medication is right for you, Roman delivers it with free 2-day shipping in discreet packaging. Get started with a free online visit today at GetRoman.com/MLB.
This Friday, the Reds take on the Brewers at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Watch it for free on the MLB YouTube channel from your favorite devices. Catch the Reds at the Brewers live for free on YouTube.com/MLB.
Just tell me what I need to know.
Never.
Where is it?
It's on the beach. Ocean views. It was supposed to be a surprise.
She doesn't like surprises, Dave.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Booking a trip can feel dramatic, but with free cancellation, you can't go wrong with Hotels.com. Also, you're out of milk.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there just when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs.
Right now, get $750 customer cash on a new 2021 Camry, CHR, RAV4, Venza, or Highlander. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Rays baseball on Fox Sports Sun, brought to you by your Southern Chevy dealers and by Eldorado Furniture, a different kind of furniture store for over 50 years. On to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Willie Adames leads it off, and that first pitch, a breaking ball, and it drops in there for a strike. Adames, Kiermaier, and Zunino due up here against Verlander. The Rays going to make up some ground, down 5-1. And Adames reaching for the slider, got a little piece of that. A lot of breaking stuff from Verlander for Adames today.
Yeah, well, we saw that in the last at-bat, and he was able to walk him off the plate. Got him to swing, tried to check his swing on a couple of sliders, and finally finished him off with that pitch, and he's going to go right back to it until you can prove otherwise.
Adames down in the count again, a little tap by the mound. Diaz is short with the pickup and throw. And Adames is out number 1 in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Well, it's going to be up to these Rays hitters to go up and put an at-bat on Justin Verlander each and every pitch. I mean, you really have to battle them at this point. The one thing that we know about the Rays, and we've seen it over the last couple of seasons, a very resilient group, but that's going to be tested here today. Verlander with a 4-run lead in the middle part of this game.
Well, now Kevin Kiermaier, the Rays had jumped on Verlander for that leadoff home run by Meadows, and then had a threat. A couple of men on, nobody out in the 2nd inning, and he got out of that and has settled in and has been very, very good since that point. Tap foul, and it's an 0-2 count on Kiermaier. reached on a fielder's choice the first time up. Mike Zunino will be next. And a cut and a miss. So Kiermaier out on strikes, missed the fastball there. So 2 gone here in the 5th inning. Get the most flex for your buck with the Rays Flex Pack. Save up to 60% off the single game ticket price when you get 5 lower level tickets for just $75. No blackout dates on great matchups all season long, including Yankees, Red Sox, and other major league opponents. Visit RaysBaseball.com/flex for more information. Mike Zunino down in the count, a strike. Jalen Beats up. Keeps throwing in the bullpen. Zunino's out in front. Oh, 2. And Zunino out for the second time on strikes. 1, 2, 3. We go to the 6th. It's 5-1.
On my get back, copper bag slow. You would never see that. Use the trap though. Oh no!
What's worse, having erectile dysfunction or having to talk about it? You'd be surprised how many men I've talked to that struggle with that choice. And it's why I started Roman, because getting help shouldn't be difficult. With Roman, we've made it easy to connect with a healthcare professional online. They'll work with you to find the right treatment plan, and if prescribed, your medication will ship discreetly to your door. Simple, straightforward, and the way healthcare should be. Roman, let's take care of it.
I'm David Collado, president and co-owner of Happy Howie's Dog Treats. We make all-natural dog treats, and we're growing really fast. So fast, we were maxing out production. That's why I chose the Spark Cash Card from Capital One, because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy. Last year, I redeemed $21,000 in cash back. Seriously, $21,000, which I use for new equipment so we can feed even more dogs. Thanks to my Spark Card, we're in over 4,000 stores across the country. What's in your wallet?
When people keep repeating that you'll never fall in love, when everybody keeps retreating, but you can't seem to get enough, let my love open.
Rays find themselves down 5-1. It was a leadoff home run by Austin Meadows in the first that gave the Rays an early lead. But in the third, George Springer connected with 2 men aboard to give Houston a 3-1 advantage. Solo home runs, one from Brantley to open the 4th. And then Jose Altuve, a 2-out solo shot in the 5th, has made it a 4-run game, 5-1, with Houston out in front. Austin Meadows, he's made a nice play in right today and hit that home run. And the Rays forced to play catch-up. Blake Snell out there with Brantley taking the pitch down. 1 ball, no strikes. Where the Rays, I'll tell you, when you think about the start they had in the first couple innings, when 4 of the first 6 Rays hitters reached, but Verlander has put a stop to that. He's retired 12 in a row. And his offense has jumped on Blake Snell for 3 home runs today. 1 in each of the last 3 innings. Brantley ahead in the count, 2-0. And Blake behind him, 3-0. Blake will make his 80th pitch of the game here on the next one to Brantley. Picks up a strike.
Well, the fastball command from Blake Snell started to desert him just a little bit. Pitches out of the zone, pitches out over the heart of the plate. standpoint, on the other side of things, Justin Verlander has continued to get better and better as this game has gone along. Very efficient, had a quick half inning there in the bottom of the 5th.
Ground ball, and it's going to sneak its way through out of the reach of Choi. And Brantley has his second hit, this one to lead off the 6th.
That was almost the same pitch that Blake Snell was able to strike out Michael Brantley with, and this time the curveball just outside of the dive of Choi. That curveball on the inner half, and he's able to poke it into right field.
Now Gurriel. Gurriel with a single and a double. Pitch is a strike. Well, you know when you get into the 6th inning here, Snell had a strikeout of Bregman in the 1st, Brantley in the 2nd inning. And that's been it in the strikeout department. Runner takes off, had a good jump, throw down, and in time. Boy, that's with a jump. Brantley is thrown out by Zunino. A quick release and accurate throw by Zunino. And the out called at second. The Astros checking their video room on that one. Let's take a look here. And I guess it's going to be a caught stealing.
Not worth going after it, too bang. And I'll tell you, the one thing that helped out Blake Snell there was went with more of a slide step. Wasn't a high leg kick, and that's what gave Zunino a chance.
1-2 on Yuli Gurriel.
Dwayne, getting back to what you were talking about with this lineup, the Houston Astros, and the number of strikeouts here this afternoon. They had the 2nd fewest strikeouts in the American League a season ago. And so they went from leading the league in strikeouts a couple of years ago to now they put the ball in play and they forced the defense to make plays.
Yeah, and you know who the poster child for that was? George Springer, to cut down all his strikeouts.
That's right.
I mean, it seemed as if he would strike out about half the time. Big power, but he has cut those strikeouts way down and still shows that great power. Down to 3rd, Diaz makes this play for the 2nd out of the inning. Diaz to Choi. So the bases will be empty as the designated hitter Tyler White comes up. Blake Snell not quite to 90 pitches yet. Beeks, who's been throwing in the bullpen, is all set. He's stopped throwing now because he's plenty loose. Strike one. White out short to first, and a good play by Choi on the receiving end at first base in the 4th inning. It's 1-1. Rays and the Astros again tomorrow. First of a 4-game series between these two clubs. Then the Colorado Rockies are in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Cut and a miss there. Big cut at the fastball. Now 1-2. What the Astros want to do in the early part of this schedule is avoid the start they had last year. Tough competition with Houston and Colorado. Chopper by the mound. Adames double pump there, but he takes care of White. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 5-1 Houston.
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping. making the essentials even more rewarding.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Strap on in, take a seat. You feel the river, you feel the beat. Let's grow together, we roll together. Better you, better me. It's live, it's real, it's human. A beautiful movement. Wherever you're from, wherever you've been, the journey begins. So roll.
I've travelled all over, telling folks they could save by bundling home and car insurance. But here's the real secret. Eye contact. We just had a moment.
Geico. Everyone loves to save a bundle. And when you bundle your home and auto with Allstate, you could save up to 25%. Protect more, pay less. Saving is easy when you're in good hands. Click or call for a quote today.
La celebración comienza ahora con las grandes rebajas para el 4 de julio en The Room Place. Ahorre hasta $1,000 en toda la tienda para la sala, el comedor y los cuartos. Además de no pagar intereses por 5 años ni pagar depósito. Más televisor gratis, bicicleta gratis, timbres Ring gratis, Apple TV gratis y bocinas gratis Apple Mini HomePod. Nuestra mayor oferta para el 4 de julio, más rebajas que nunca. The Room Place, la tienda de muebles número 1 de Chicagolandia.
Well, let's take a look at our Bonefish Grill plays of the game. Austin Meadows getting it started for the Rays early, leading this ball game off with a home run to the opposite field. Unfortunately, so far, that's all the Rays have been getting done offensively. And then how about defensively? Able to track that ball down and make the sliding catch. You know, Kevin Cash, interesting. He said, I don't know if he makes that play a year ago. I think he's right. He probably doesn't make that play a year ago, but he made it here this afternoon, and he's only going to get better.
And he takes a strike here to begin the bottom of the 6th inning, and that's something when he came over here from Pittsburgh, it was that initial step and the initial approach, sometimes sort of a circular approach, trying to get a read on a fly ball, and he's much better at that. And with the offense they expect to get from him, as we've already seen in this game, pretty good combination. Out on strikes this time, and Verlander continues to pretty much have his way with this Rays lineup after struggling a little bit in the first couple innings.
He is some kind of locked in right now, whether it be sequencing, location of pitches. He's mixing all of them in at this point. The fastball is always going to be there, but we've seen the changeup a lot more than we've ever seen. Good slider there to get Meadows.
And the pitch is a little wide. Fastball outside to Tommy Pham. Pham had a base hit his first time up and lined to short the last time. He continued an on-base streak dating back from last year, right on that one, the fastball, but right at Bregman.
He is wearing out the left side of this infield. You know, base hit his first time up, his last 2 at-bats. A hanging slider line out to the shortstop Diaz, and then how about this at-bat? Absolute bullet right at Bregman. That's a frustrating couple of ABs there for Tommy Pham.
Well, all you can do is hit the ball hard, and he does. Here's G-Man Choi. And a first pitch strike. And Verlander has had a couple of innings in which he has made 9 pitches, and that's it, to get the Rays out in the 3rd and the 5th. And he's ahead of Choi, 0-2.
I think when you take that lower first base camera and shoot it into the dugout and you get that look from Tommy Pham, time to cut away. He may come unhinged.
Plays the game with an edge. Now the 0-2 to Choi, and a check swing foul ball. So he'll see another 0-2 pitch from Justin Verlander. Well, you like to have a guy like Pham on the team because of that edge. You don't want it to be too calm in the clubhouse and the dugout, and he is intent upon competing. And with a guy like that on the team, he will encourage you to compete just by the way he goes about his business.
You understand there's accountability, and the thing that you love about this team, it's full of high character guys that are going to hold each other accountable. They expect big things out of themselves and the team as a collective, and they're going to hold themselves to a very high standard.
Foul ball back.
That's why you're so excited about this season, because you combine a clubhouse and a mindset like that with talent, you got a chance to put together something special.
One-two count on Choi. Rays with a run on 2 hits, and those 2 hits came to the first 2 hitters Verlander faced. The home run by Meadows and the base hit by Pham. Bouncer right side. This off the glove of Diaz and into right field. Well, they had the shift on, and Diaz ranging to his left. The shortstop's going to get an error on a ball that was halfway between first and second right there.
You know, and think about it. Diaz, Altuve have not had a lot of time together. It's spring training only. And now you've got a different kind of a setup. He's right there. He's going to range to his left and a little indecision. You see how that there was a little bit of hesitation before he stuck his glove out there. Right here, do I not? And now all of a sudden, it's not enough. Altuve in place to make that play. It just didn't happen.
Well, the Rays would like to make that an opportunity to cash in on and make the Houston club pay. A long one here by Brandon Lau would paint a little different complexion on the situation. The Rays down 5-1 now.
More than capable. And a lot of juice in that bat.
First pitch is a strike. He starts him with a curveball. You know, we talked earlier about how hard hitters swing the bat now and the emphasis on that. That's what Lau does. For a guy his size, about 5'10", 185, he swings the bat harder than anybody else. And we've seen him go up at times out of the strike zone with that swing.
Remember his first home run as a Ray was deep out into left center field. I mean, that's not an easy place to go for a left-handed hitter. And then, like you said, when you look at him, he's not imposing in size. But I'll tell you what, he is as far as the swing goes, the carry that he gets, and the home runs that he'll hit.
Down 2 strikes now. Down and in, blocked by Chirinos. Nice job by Chirinos, and that's again been a point of emphasis in the Houston camp this spring with him. Here's the 1-2. Move it in right there. Ball moving a little tight to Lau. Well, he struck him out swinging in the first and then got him on a ground ball to first on a changeup in the fourth. He's 2-2 with him here in the sixth. And a little tap had him out in front with a slow breaking ball. And that takes care of the Rays. Altuve handles that. We go to the 7th inning. It's 5-1 Houston.
It's 3 a.m. I need a taquito. What do you want? If you want it, we can get it from the 7-Eleven. It's a big old dryer sheets, pickles, tall boys, doggy treats. We don't need it, but let's get it from the 7-Eleven. Slurpee, light bulbs, antifreeze. Here's your order, nacho cheese. If you want it, we can get it from the 7-Eleven. I'll meet you in heaven. Tip you, driver.
You may have heard that Allstate has new low auto rates. But isn't it time to see for yourself? Click or call for a quote today. Drivers who switched and saved averaged $718. Saving is easy when you're in good hands.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there just when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs.
Right now, get $750 customer cash on a new 2021 Camry, CHR, RAV4, Venza, or Highlander. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
And Doug.
So then I said to him, you ought to customize your car insurance with Liberty Mutual, so you only pay for what you need.
Doug, can we talk about something other than work? It's the weekend.
Yeah.
Blake Snell, his afternoon is over. Got off to a great start early on. See the curveball, nice curveball there, picking up a strikeout. Another one there to Michael Brantley. But then that curveball would be victimized. I'd say the Houston Astros got that pitch out over the plate. That was a 3-run blast, and that was up after a couple of walks, one of them which shouldn't have been, and then they piled on with a couple of more home runs. Brantley on a fastball in. Altuve gets a fastball out over the heart of the plate. Is able to get it out into left center field, and so far, this is what we're looking at through 6 innings.
Verlander, 82 pitches in, and as you pointed out, Blake Snell, 91 pitches. 6, and he departs in favor of the left-hander Jalen Beeks. First pitch to Chirinos is in there for a strike.
How about that velo? I mean, we both looked at each other like, what, 94 right out of the chute by Beeks.
Well, that's something we have not seen a lot of. I'll tell you, there's 93. And the way he hides the ball.
Well, that's the thing.
93, 94 with hiding the ball the way he does.
Watch, that center field shot is great. Because as the hand comes out of the glove, watch him tuck it, Dwayne, like you're talking, right behind the left thigh. You don't see it until he releases it.
That's one of the things I'm looking forward to seeing Brent Honeywell pitch when he comes back. Because not only does he have a variety of pitches and velocity, but he hides the ball as well. And if Beeks does that consistently at 93, 94, that's good news.
Well, it plays 95, 96, and maybe a little bit higher than that. How about this vantage point, Wayne? You're in the box. You're ready to go.
Yeah, now pick it up. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Right now. I'll tell you what, that's as good as you can hide a baseball.
And strike 3 called on Chirinos.
And then if you want to play the game with the fastball and the changeup.
We saw Beeks come out here and do this and hide the ball the way he is. There's that changeup grip. I saw Honeywell throw in Fort Charlotte, and he hides the ball. And when you do see the ball, you don't see it long because he has great arm speed up there. I mean, it's there a nanosecond and gone. So you could see how a pitcher could be successful that way. Diaz up here with the first pitch strike to him. Tapper foul. 0-2.
Dwayne, that's where, we always talk about stuff with pitchers, but then you get into the deception end of things. And when you can keep a baseball out of the eyesight of a hitter for a long period of time, and then you combine that with really good stuff, look out.
Really nice, huh?
Yo.
Yeah, that's why the more, the club's down right now, 5-1. You don't necessarily like what's going on if you're a Rays fan. But what we've been able to see this spring, there are things down there and on this club and then yet to come on this team that will be fun to watch, and that's one of them.
Dwayne, you broadcast so many spring training games this season. Were you, involved in the meetings and setting this roster? Because you saw this team as much as Kevin Cash, Matt Quattraro, everybody right down the line.
Well, not quite as much. We did see 10 games. I'll tell you, those guys, you talk about workload.
Oh, man.
The managers, the coaches, all of the instructors, that's a big workload. A lot of people think spring training, you go down, you have a nice time in spring training. Those guys work. Diaz is out on strikes, back-to-back strikeouts here by Beeks. Rays pitchers strike out 10 hitters today. Visit CanesStrikeout.com for a printed home voucher. Take to Canes Furniture within 3 days and receive a coupon for 1 free taco chips and medium fountain drink at participating area Tijuana Flats locations. Restrictions apply. Visit CanesStrikeout.com for more info. Jake Marisnik shortens the bunt, and that pitch is a strike. But to continue that point, those guys in spring training work. They spend long days, so we get to go in and broadcast 10 games and see what we see. Those guys are working before we get there, and they're working after we get there. So the coaches, managers, instructors, and all of those guys, they are the unsung heroes of an organization in spring training because they work hard. They really do. They put in the hours. Pitch inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I'll tell you what, I really love Jalen Beek's version 2.0. I mean, the hiding of the baseball, even better than a season ago. The velocity, much better than a season ago.
Marisnik catch up there on a 93-mile-per-hour fastball.
You know, and then on top of that, he's got a good changeup, so he can get you that way. He's got a tightly spun curveball. He can get you that way. So the secondary offerings complement that heater very well.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Rays took a 1-0 lead. Houston put up 3 in the 3rd, single runs in the 4th and 5th innings. We're in the 7th. Right back down the middle with a base hit into center off an off-speed pitch. A 2-out single for Marisnik. Well, Marisnik has a base hit. He couldn't catch up to the fastball, but he did the changeup and lined it into center field. Now we go to the top of the order, George Springer. Springer hit the big blow, a 3-run home run in the 3rd to give Houston the lead. The first pitch strike. Pretty good location with that 90 Ford as well. How about that?
Well, you know what that was, Dwayne? George Springer recognized hanging breaking, but he thought it was going to actually get into the zone. A little knuckle curveball. He sees it's going to hang. It just never gets to the middle of the plate as he takes that big swing.
Runner goes, and it's line foul. A nice pickup down there.
Some good hop off that stool.
Hey, they come to play.
Off the end of the bench. Look at that, getting some knuckles.
That's a cut and a miss. So we go to the bottom of the 7th, 5-1 Houston.
Dear night owls, when darkness falls, our stunning style takes flight as we soar over city streets. And our fuel economy is ever so wise. This ride's a hoot. Trust us, Toyota sedans.
Right now, you can lease a stylish new 2021 Camry for just $239 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
You may have heard that Allstate has new low auto rates. But isn't it time to see for yourself? Click or call for a quote today. Drivers who switched and saved averaged $718. Saving is easy when you're in good hands.
Afternoon so far for Justin Verlander. Got off to a promising start for the Rays offensively. Opposite field home run to lead this ball game off. They would start out the second inning, 2 runners aboard, nobody out, but then he would go to work. And I'll tell you, Justin Verlander has mixed his pitches as well as we have ever seen. The slider's been good. I mean, name a pitch that really hasn't been. He's out there with 7 strikeouts, just 1 walk so far. And here's the breakout, Dwayne. How about that? 32 out of 82 total pitches fastball, and we know how good the fastball is, but look at the changeup. 10 changeups. You may not see that in a month, a season ago from Verlander.
Well, that's for sure. Swing and a miss here by Diaz. Yandy Diaz 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out. Joey Wendle next. Will be followed by Willie Adames. 2. You know, and right there was a fastball at 92. Location not necessarily all that great, but he's showing all that other stuff, and that helps you maybe get away with a pitch.
And you also know that he has a little bit in reserve. You know, we've seen this before from Verlander. He won't empty the tank on that fastball. A lot of times at the beginning of a game, he'll start out 92, 93, runner on second, 95, 96, 97. And so you're right. He's kept this lineup guessing. Gives you some room for error.
That's a base hit. Up the left field line, extra bases for Diaz. Headed to second. Brantley plays a little carom. It's a double for Diaz, and the Rays put their leadoff man on. Their first hit since the base hit by Pham in the first inning. That followed Meadows' home run. First 2 men, Meadows and Pham had hits. And now a double by Diaz to open the 7th.
Boy, great shot of that curveball grip. Wanted it down in a way it never got there. And Diaz able to get out around that pitch. And with Bregman pulled off of the bag, that gives him a little alley to shoot it down into the corner.
Well, it's getting late, and the Rays trying to put something together. Down 5-1. Here's Joey Wendle. The curveball to start him, taken for a strike. Houston with some action in the bullpen. Ryan Presley. Wendle reached when he was hit by a pitch in the second. Up to 90 pitches, facing the second hitter in the 7th. Oh, a little close there, and it got him. Wendle thought he was hit by a pitch, and they're going to call it a foul ball. And I think Kevin Cash says, well, wait a minute, let's see if we can take a look and see if he was hit by a pitch or if it was a foul ball. No, he's hit by a pitch right there.
Yep, didn't I think that they thought that you got the knob end of the bat, but you can see here clearly misses the knob end of the bat. It's off the left forearm. This should not take very long at all. Clear hit by pitch, and the Rays are going to have runners first and second with nobody.
Now the Rays trying to build a threat, and this would certainly help them. Yeah, he's hit by a pitch, so let's see how long this takes. Wendle wants to go down to first base. There he goes. So the call initially a foul ball, overturned. He's hit by a pitch. Second time he's been hit by a pitch today. So 2 on with nobody out. And Willy Adames has really had trouble with Verlander and the slider today, the breaking stuff. He's had him unsure up there. Struck him out, got him on a ground out on an 0-2 pitch. And he takes the slider.
Did you see the initial movement there of Willie on that slider? That front hip started to leak up the third base line, starting to pull off of that pitch. And that's what Verlander wants. And you get a guy to pull off of it, and it's moving down and away. It's either going to be a rollover ground ball or a swing and a miss. He'd take either one of them right now.
And a foul ball right there, and exactly the same move there. And he fouled it back, a little piece of it.
Sometimes it can be so difficult to keep that front side closed.
Adames has been behind in the count all day, and he just got a little piece of that. And the same thing, just fortunate to stay alive.
Boy, did you see Robinson Chirinos use the glove and made it look like he was calling for a fastball up when it was a slider the whole way, just in case anything's being relayed to Willy Adames. And he was able to catch just enough.
Paid the price for it. An 0-2 count. And he lays off the pitch away. Kiermaier waiting to be next. Chopper third. That's a foul ball. Bregman reaching across into foul territory, trying to get a double play, but that's foul. And boy, what a tough day it's been for Adames.
And we often talk about, hey, just make the play and let the umpire make the call fair or foul. That's right there, taking it to the extreme by Alex Bregman.
And a cut and a miss. He just went fastball right by him at 97.
And then we talked about a little bit in reserve with the fastball. Everything the last few innings has been 92, 93. Now all of a sudden you want to go away from the slider and go to the heater. Well, here it comes. Just add 3-4 miles an hour. And he's able to get it right by him.
The mid-90s now in pitch count. The hitter is Kevin Kiermaier. This ball a little close.
And here comes the velo.
Yeah, that was at 95.
Yep.
97 to Adames, 95 to Kiermaier.
You start to sense that you're coming down towards the end of your outing. The opposition has a little bit of something working out there. He's going to crank it up.
And the fastball, 95, a strike this time. So the hard stuff continues, and a foul ball back on the fastball up.
Well, and now, you know, the question here for Verlander, do you go right back up with that 95, 97, or do you play the slider down and in off of that? He's got that pitch perfectly set up if he feels good with it.
Well, he does feel pretty good with the breaking ball and got him.
And not the slider. He ends up going with the curveball, takes a ton off, goes from 95 to 80. He gets him on location and speed.
So back-to-back strikeouts following the double and the hit batter. A.J. Hinch, just a quick little trip out there. Mike Zunino's going to be the hitter, and Zunino has had his hands full with Verlander today. 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts.
But a guy that one swing.
That's right.
And he's been known.
Well, he had 20 home runs last year. 25 the year before. .96 for ball one. Verlander on the verge of his 99th. Now this will be his 100th pitch. Upstairs. 2-0. Meadows next. 100 pitches, even. Cut the miss. The fastball up.
That pitch just never came down.
Yep.
That's what they call a rising fastball. It's not really rising, it's just not falling as quickly as most.
Ground ball to short. Diaz will take it to first. 2 men on, 2 men left. On to the 8th. 5-1.
How does a business reach peak performance? Faster communication, easier collaboration, better teamwork. That's why high-performance organizations rely on high-performance technology solutions. And who do they choose to help them? Mitel, making communications and collaboration seamless so businesses can stay connected, engage customers and fans, and win at the highest level. The most important calls in baseball and in business are made with Mitel, powering connections for thousands of peak performance organizations worldwide.
If by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment, coming from an expert.
I was super nervous to have this conversation about experiencing erectile dysfunction. I didn't want her to think for a single second that it had anything to do with how much I loved her, how beautiful I think she is, because it couldn't have been further from the truth. And what started as a conversation that I was super nervous to have ended up being one that I couldn't be more grateful that we did. It just unlocked a whole new level of trust and intimacy. Just be super open, super honest, and it's gonna be an
7-1 for Houston, 1-3-0 for the Rays. Verlander very good through 7 innings, 9 strikeouts and a walk. 102 pitches. Jose Altuve opens the 8th against Jalen Beeks. Speaks in relief of Blake Snell, who made 91 pitches. There's Verlander. And he was the old master today after a little bit of a rough start, but it didn't last very long. And boy, he took command. Altuve homered in the 5th inning. Houston second baseman. And he lines it into left. Pham tries to cut it off. It's going to go by him. And an extra base hit for Altuve. Leadoff double in the 8th. You know, Altuve is still only 28 years old. I mean, it seems that he should at least be 34. And we talked about him earlier. He was with this team, the Astros, when they lost all those games, 111 back in 13. Oh, what a hitter he is.
You know, he pulls the trigger and has such quick hands that it allows him to sit back on a pitch a hair longer than most. Pitch recognition, sit back a little bit before he's got to push those hands through the zone. That's just how quick his bat is. Great bat control.
You know, per square inch, he might be the strongest guy. I mean, you think of Aaron Judge and the strength there and how big he is. But this guy, to be his size and that strong, I mean, that's a power pack right there.
You know, you're right. And it goes back to what we were talking about with Brandon Lau. You know, if you've got bat speed and you are efficient and have a direct path to the baseball, you can launch with anybody. He certainly can do that. Brandon Lau has shown that ability. But Altuve, one of the best, make an argument, the best in the game right now.
It's a foul ball back by Bregman. Is down 0-2. It's Will Harris, a veteran right-hander, up in the bullpen. Fastball foul back. Well, tomorrow on Rays Live, pregame show presented by your Gulf Coast Honda dealers. Orestes will analyze Brandon Lau's new contract and perhaps his swing as well. And Doug breaks down the Rays' new addition, Charlie Morton, a veteran right-hander. And he'll be on the mound tomorrow for the Rays, pitching against his former team.
That was a shot right there of Garrett Cole, who he will face off against. Another high-octane matchup. You're going to see a lot of strikeouts.
And there's Charlie Morton. Both were 15-game winners last year for Houston.
Well, as calm as he is right there, you got to think that there's going to be a little something jumping around in there tomorrow.
Line drive caught by Adames. Calm before the storm.
Taking it all in and wake up tomorrow morning. It's game day. You're going up against your former team.
Well, there are his numbers. Those 15 wins we mentioned, 15-3 in 30 starts with a 3.13.
Can't do much better than that. My goodness.
He doesn't appear to be overly concerned about starting tomorrow. He's a very calm soul.
Probably for the best.
Yep.
Probably for the best considering what he does.
Ball, no strikes here to Michael Brantley. Brantley homered to open the 4th inning off Blake Snell. It's 2-0. 25,025 today, and that's capacity at Tropicana Field now. Presley has joined Harris in the bullpen. That's a strike. Fastball. It's 2-1. Enthusiasm generated here in the stands. It's popped up short left. Adames out making the call. Pham is there, and just in front of Tommy Pham, Adames makes the catch. Reminder, Rays fans, baseball is here and on MLB.tv, so watch select regular season games live on your favorite supported devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply for regular season games. So visit MLB.com or .tv. That's MLB.tv for details. Yuli Gurriel. Ground ball to short. Adames up with it. Low throw. Well, Choi helped him out again. No runs, one hit, and a man left. Meadows will lead off the bottom of the 8th.
Say hello to Michael. Michael is a man who values his time. That's why he was thrilled to discover the Mack Weldon Daily Wear System. A system so efficient, it saves him time every morning. So now, Michael can focus on what's really important. Programming his robot drummer. Rock on, Michael. Buy some time at MackWeldon.com.
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
Everyone loves to save a bundle. And when you bundle your home and auto with Allstate, you could save up to 25%. Protect more, pay less. Saving is easy when you're in good hands. Click or call for a quote today.
If sweat is your body's natural way of cooling itself down, then condensation is a beer's natural way of saying, drink me. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
Not everybody wants the same thing. That's why I go with Liberty Mutual. They customize my car insurance, so I only pay for what I need. Because I do things a little differently.
Hey, I'll take one, please. Wait, this isn't a hot dog stand?
No. Can't you see the sign? Wet teddy bears. Get your wet teddy bears 100% wet, guaranteed, or the next one's on me.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Light, refreshing finish. Justin Verlander, his afternoon is over. It didn't get off to the greatest of starts as Austin Meadows takes him out to lead off the ball game. And outside of that, he really settled in nicely, mixed all 4 of his pitches. That's right, all 4, including that changeup, very, very well. He got into a groove, kept this Rays lineup off balance, dialed up the velocity when he needed it, and 7 strong.
Speaking of velocity, here's a guy who has some. 95 wide on the first pitch. Was the breakout on the starting pitchers today.
You got to be impressed with Justin Verlander when you see a guy really make an adjustment. The way that he pitched this entire afternoon, kept some velocity in reserve after he was handed the big lead. I'll tell you, he kept this Rays lineup off balance. Not very many good swings off of him.
Well, Meadows hit the home run off Verlander, and Pham followed with a base hit, and then that was pretty much it. The Rays picked up one more hit. That was the double by Diaz in the 7th. And now Ryan Presley, 30-year-old right-hander. Rays have seen him before with Minnesota. And Cut and the miss there on the breaking ball. Ameritrade. Now a quick word from TD Ameritrade.
Will the TD Ameritrade trade desk gut check my trade strategy? Should I shave my beard? That's what I thought.
So one gone. And here's Tommy Pham. Pham 1 for 3. Presley, last year with Minnesota, spent most of the time with the Twins, was in over 50 games with them. But when he came to Houston, he really closed the opposition down. 1-1. He was in 26 games with Houston and posted a 0.77 earned run average. Gave up just 11 hits in a little over 23 innings with 32 strikeouts, and there's a base hit. So Pham has a base hit against him. He gave up 11 hits and 3 walks in 23 and a third innings last year and struck out 32.
You talk about eliminating base runners and opportunities. He does that on the back of a good fastball that's going to average around 96 miles an hour, and then 2 excellent breaking pitches. Good hard slider, tightly spun curveball. Those numbers are video game-esque.
G-Man Choi, 0 for 3, reached on an error his last time, takes a strike.
I'll tell you what, a foot or 2 here or there, Tommy Pham's 4 for 4.
2 line drives, his outs, a line drive to the shortstop and a line drive to third. Hard hit line drives.
Yeah, I was going to say that this is the ironic thing and the interesting thing and what we love about the game of baseball. His 2 hardest hit balls today were outs.
Yeah. Look out. This one fouled toward the Houston dugout. Still a 2-strike count. Everybody's okay over there. Strike 3 call. He thought the pitch was high. In at 94. It's the 10th strikeout for Houston pitching. Take a look at this. That's right there.
Yeah, top of the zone. When you think to yourself, how in the world do I get on top of that pitch? About the best thing you could do is foul it off.
Yeah, just to get to it.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my goodness. Pitch to Brandon Lau. Follow that with a breaking ball to start Lau for a strike. 9 strikeouts for Verlander. Now a couple here in this inning for Presley. Ground ball right side. To first. Lau is out of there. We are through 8. 5-1 Houston.
This is Stephen. Stephen is a busy man. That's why he was thrilled to discover the Mack Weldon Daily Wear System. A system so efficient, it saves him time every morning. So now, Stephen can focus on what's really important. Tending to his prize-winning garden. That fruit is jacked, Stephen. Buy some time at MackWeldon.com.
If sweat is your body's natural way of cooling itself down, then condensation is a beer's natural way of saying, drink me. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
Okay, I got it.
Well, it's got lots of pepperoni, and the crust is brushed with a buttery garlic sauce and sprinkled with Parmesan.
I mean, we could do something sort of like that, ish.
Wait, is that a cheese and pepperoni stuffed crust?
Little Caesars!
It's a pepperoni ambush!
No, 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 no!
No!
Little Caesars!
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. The new pepperoni stuffed crust, just $10.
Pizza, pizza.
Two-scene ain't enough. Multi-team is us. Man on third, on second, on third. I'm gonna have to clean it up. I done went hard, them all gone. Alien beating it up.
Everyone loves to save a bundle. And when you bundle your home and...
Brought to you by Advent Health, by your local Ford dealers, and by your local Honda dealer. Season opener here, the Rays and the Houston Astros again tomorrow. Houston in for 4, followed by the Colorado Rockies. Jalen Beeks back to the mound. Tyler White takes the first pitch, and that's a little low. Ball 1, breaking ball. Roberto Osuna has moved to the bullpen mound and begins to limber. Changeup got him to chase, 1-1. There's Osuna.
12 for 12 a season ago in saves as a member of the Astros.
How about you add Presley and Osuna, as they did to the bullpen? That's a base hit. What an attempt by Wendle, trying to get over there and make the catch. White has a base hit.
You can see where his position gives him a chance at it.
Chirinos misses the fastball. Houston now with 9 hits. Beeks has given up a hit in each of the innings he has worked. Snell gave up 6 in the 6 innings he pitched. Osuna throwing, and he's joined by Hector Rondon. Another guy with a good arm.
I was going to say, his bullpen full of them.
Shot toward left center field. That's going to be in there for a gapper off the wall on one hop. White's going to go to third. Double by Chirinos. White's a pretty good sized guy and doesn't run that well. Otherwise, he might have scored from first on that double, but he had to stop at third.
Well, Robinson Chirinos ends up getting let off the hook. 0-2 four-seam fastball. They want it away. It ends up almost middle in. And he's able to scoop it, drive it out there into left center, and Astros look to tack on.
Ledmus Diaz, a chop out at first with the runners holding. Altuve, Adames moving to his left to take care of that ground ball. Republic Bank Draft Room blends hospitality and comfort while offering local craft beers and signature food items. Tropicana Field's premier destination area, exclusively for Rays season ticket holders, is the Republic Bank Draft Room. Call 888-FAN-RAYS for information. Nick takes the pitch down. Well, the Rays with 3 men on the left side of the infield, and Choi almost looking for a bunt at first.
There he is, Dwayne.
It's foul back. 1-1. Inside 2-1. And a roller back foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Justin Verlander worked 7 innings, gave up a run on 3 hits. Presley worked the 8th. Blake Snell pitched 6 for the Rays, gave up 5. Beeks here in his 3rd inning with a couple men in scoring position and 1 out. 2-2 count on the number 9 hitter Jake Marishnik. Fouls it again. Marishnik just there with a battling at bat. He was rooting for. Came up with souvenir baseball. Yeah, they're deciding who gets the contract, who actually caught the ball.
Is there any video evidence?
Yeah, we need replay. 2-2 pitch again. And he got one, a foul tip strikeout.
I'll tell you what, this was the big blow here for the Astros. Got them going offensively. It was a first pitch curveball. And George Springer straight away center field. You see that launch angle? How about the exit velocity at 105.8? And enough carry there. StatCast presented by AWS.
And he takes the pitch for a strike. Bottom part of the zone. It's 1-1. Rays scored their run in the first on the Meadows home run. Houston hitting 3 home runs today in this 5-1 game. Big swing and the foul ball off the bottom of the stands. Close, but a ball close, as in. It's 2-2. Same spot.
Well, you have Sam Holbrook, the home plate umpire, standing right over that pitch. So he's got a great view, and it's not missing by much, but it is missing.
Yep. If it's on the plate and up, he has a tendency to call it a strike.
And we've seen that.
Yes. And a cut and a miss. Springer out on strikes. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Diaz, Wendle, and Adames do.
That old car is worth money. Get an instant cash offer online at victoryautorewreckers.com or save money by fixing up your car with used parts. Our easy-to-use website helps you find the parts that you need. Victory Auto Wreckers has 9 acres of used parts. Our paved lot features organized rows with the cars raised on stands for easy access. 710 East Green in Bensonville near O'Hare.
VictoryAutoWreckers.com.
I'm a member of American Home Shield, which means this faucet may be freaking out, but I'm not.
Something's wrong with my AC. It's blowing pretty hard and it won't turn off. Luckily, I'm a member of American Home Shield. My plan helps cover the cost when parts of more than 20 home appliances and systems wear out. If they can't repair them, they'll replace them.
I've never felt so good.
800-470-5156. That's 800-470-5156.
You may have heard that Allstate has new low auto rates. But isn't it time to see for yourself? Click or call for a quote today. Drivers who switched and saved averaged $718. Saving is easy when you're in good hands.
Oh, what a night. 3 home runs, has been on base all 5 times. And gets an MVP.
Yeah, right. You're starting that. Yeah. Hey, that's great.
Five-1, we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Coming up on Rays Live, the postgame presented by W.B. Mason. Don't miss these guys. Rich, Doug, and Orestes anchoring the coverage. We'll check in on the press conference of Kevin Cash, and Tricia Whitaker has interviews from the clubhouse. Those guys are feverishly preparing for Rays Live, the postgame, as we speak. Yandy Diaz goes after the first pitch from Roberto Osuna and skies it to center, caught by Marusnik. So on the first pitch, 1 away. Rays have been out hit 10-4 today, trail 5-1 and down to their last 2 outs against Roberto Osuna.
Well, 38 games a season ago, 21 out of 22 in the save department, was 12 for 12 as a member of the Astros. Look at that, doesn't walk anybody. 32 strikeouts, just 4 walks.
And this is low to Wendle. He's just 24 years old. Into second, and again in the 7th inning. Skies to right. Springer right there makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. The Rays find themselves down to just 1 out. And Willie Adames, who is 0 for 3 today. Adames had a tough time with Verlander. Not the only guy. Verlander, after the first couple innings, was very, very tough. Pitch is a strike. See the delivery by Osuna, and that little delivery right in the middle, delivering the pitch.
A little bit of a pause, anything to try, and they're a little bit quick there.
Yep.
So not only does he have the good stuff, but then he's going to give you a couple of different looks. We see more and more of that around the league. He just had 3 different deliveries on the first 3 pitches to Willie Adames.
Yeah, those are hard to keep track of.
Got to be ready to go, that's for sure.
There's that pause. A little tapper. foul ball. It's 2-2.
You know, think about that. You're a hitter up there, and you've got trying to get your timing. You're trying to read your keys on this particular pitcher, pick up a release point, and you're getting 3 different deliveries within 3, 4, 5 pitches. I tell you, that ups the degree of difficulty.
Yeah, he's made 4 pitches to Adames, who's seen 3 different deliveries.
Yeah.
And there is strike 3 call. This one is over. As he gets Adames looking 3 up, 3 down, go the Rays in the 9th inning. And Houston comes away with the victory in 2 hours and 38 minutes. Verlander gets the win. Snell takes the loss. For Houston, 5-10-1 with 5 left. For the Rays, 1-4-0 with 6 men left. There's the final out. And strike right out there on the corner.
Couldn't have put it in a better spot. And I'll tell you, you've got to look at this Astro pitching staff all the way through. Justin Verlander in the first 7. Presley was impressive, and obviously Asuna finished it off.
So the Rays and the Astros have completed the first game of this 4-game series. For Brian Anderson, Dwayne Stats, hope you've enjoyed the telecast and not the outcome. Rays Live, the post game, comes your way next.